Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of NC-17. My name is Josh, and today we have a decorated model, actress, former vet. All along, all together, just an awesome person. We got Tess Mormont. How you doing?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. You want to introduce the audience to your friendly pet there?
My friendly neighborhood bear. This is Sir Davos. He is a Newfoundland. He is a water rescue dog, and he is the biggest big breed of dog I've ever had. He's the most chill, and he just loves being around his mom.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Uh, so before we get into, your modeling and just everything you're involved with, kind of take us back a little bit to when you were a child and like was modeling and like horror and just stuff in general of that nature kind of something you were always into, or did you kind of just it happened as you were getting older?
Actually, I've been really into horror since I was little. My dad used to have us watch like all the B-rated horror movies, and I grew up absolutely obsessed playing Resident Evil 2. Gotta have
Oh,
the umbrella right here.
oh yeah.
So love Resident Evil, spent so much time playing it, and all of that, those horror things together just made me want to move forward with that because it's such a fun genre. It's so different because it's one that you can be either absolutely outrageous, crazy, psychotic, or you can be completely calm, cool, and collected. You can do anything. It's crazy, honestly.
Oh yeah. Uh, I kind of call it the Shining American Psycho plethora because Shining
Yeah,
he's psycho, American Psycho he's calm.
exactly.
Oh yeah. Uh, so what were some of your early inspirations in the horror genre? Because I know you said you used to watch a lot of the B movies. Was that some you've always just like fallen in love with, or is there like big franchises you like too?
Well, as far as that, I'm one of those people that just kind of wants to look at everything as long as it looks interesting. I know everybody says don't judge a book by their cover, but let's be honest, we all do it. Like if it looks halfway interesting on the cover, I'm gonna give it a second look. So that's usually how I find some of them. But I also grew up like watching heavy metal, so stuff like that has been always ingrained to be the over the top, but be okay with like the realistic over the top horror,
Oh yeah.
but also the cartoony stuff. Like it's just I've grown up on all of it, and it's just kind of especially like a second way of life. I was recently living in Dallas for the last 20 years. And as you can imagine, Dallas, Texas is it's pretty horrific, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Um, and we went through a lot there. And me being in the military too, I've had my hand ripped open. I've been shot. I've been through a lot of stuff like that. So I'm used to like the actual pain of horror and seeing horror in the face. So I thought, why not make it a hobby? Why not make it fun?
Oh yeah. Uh, so I mean, if we can, and it is entirely up to you, kind of go a little bit into the time you served in the military, or is that something you don't want
Yeah,
to go in?
no, absolutely.
Uh,
I was a military police officer, um, which is a 31 Bravo for any other vets out there that want to know that. It was an experience, obviously, being a woman and even a halfway attractive woman in the army. It's a lot to deal with. But it made me much stronger than I ever would have been. And I do always say that while I wouldn't want to do it again, I'm happy that I actually went through the process because of who it's made me now. But yes, I did go overseas and I got, like I said, shot and my hand ripped open and not super fun, but you know what? The silver lining is I'm here and I'm smiling and I've got some cool scars.
oh yeah. uh, so getting out of the military and was that when did you become interested in modeling? Was that before or after the military?
So that was before. I I guess I just grew up thinking because I grew up in a trailer. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be bigger and better than how I grew up. So I was ready to try anything, and modeling was there for me. So I did it for a while. I really liked it. I was a model, a DJ, and a hip hop dancer actually before I joined the army. Um, so like quite a mix there. But then when I got out, I got back into modeling, and especially with some of my friends and doing the mermaid thing, I've had a lot of success with that as well. Love it.
Oh, oh, yeah. You're very good friends with a very good friend of mine, Morgan Ziva.
Oh, love Morgan. Morgan Ziva, Chris O'Brockie, Beth Metcalf. Like I love all of them. They're such wonderful people. I'm actually in the middle of filming a movie with Morgan and Beth. They'll be here tomorrow filming a horror movie with me. Um, and of course, Chris is just absolutely amazing, which I know that you
uh, the name of the movie I think you're pertaining to is the Yule Monster.
correct.
Yeah, I do a little
A
bit of research.
little bit. Yeah.
uh, so kind of, and that's from Fright Tech Pictures, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, phenomenal movies. Like, I mean, hands down, everyone I've seen, phenomenal. So I'm pretty sure the Yule Monster is going to be phenomenal too. Uh, so kind of in your own words, without spoiling anything, give us a brief synopsis of the film if you can.
Okay. We'll say, let me think. There's got to be a good way to frame this. Um, horror meets party meets mob.
That
I think that's the
sounds
best way I can explain it right now.
yeah, sounds interesting. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Oh,
Sorry,
no, you're good.
my dog took off.
It's okay.
Got him.
Uh, so
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to film. A lot of it has actually been filmed here at my property.
okay.
So I've been a part of all the filming. I'm not in those scenes, but I'm Mama Bear in the background helping out.
Uh,
And it's
uh,
actually been a lot of fun.
yeah, there's a moment like when I don't know about you, but for me, there's a moment when I'm like watching a movie. It's like all these actors and actresses and the crew and everybody spent their hard earned time of like freedom just to go ahead and make this movie. And most, if at all, like there's very few movies I don't like,
Hmm.
but most horror movies I do like. So actually, I think I there's like five horror movies I don't like, but I'm not gonna name them because they don't deserve to be
Right.
named. Right. Uh, so working in horror and growing up loving horror, what is that experience like for you?
It's a dream come true, honestly. And I know that sounds super ridiculous, but let me explain. Again, growing up in Dallas and stuff, I always wanted to get into this, and you would think that would be the place to do it. And that would be the place to get discovered and to be able to get into movies. No, I live in a little tiny town in Ohio now, and I just got to do my first movie with them with Fright Tech, and now I'm about to do my second, and potentially a third where Morgan and I are doing something very exciting. So can't say more
Ohio.
than that, but I am excited to move forward. But just the whole thought process of Dallas is not where I was able to get all this and move forward. It was this little town in Ohio, which is really crazy. So I mean, just never give up on your dreams, honestly, regardless of where you live.
Oh yeah. Well, they say, everything in Texas is bigger, but the career that you followed is in Ohio, so Texas is smaller, small potatoes
Yeah.
compared to what you're doing now.
And I mean, I love doing these movies. It's so cool. And I even tell my family and stuff like, hey, when you get mad at me, you can just watch the scene where I die. It'll make you feel better. So it works out in everybody's favor.
I mean that
Anytime you are mad at me, just watch that scene. It'll help. Promise.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
uh, so Ohio, we're neighbors. I'm in Michigan, so
I
uh,
grew up in Michigan, also Allegan from here.
uh, I'm in Roseville, somewhere around here.
Ah, got you. You know where Kalamazoo is?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was like over by Otsego and stuff, Allegan, a little tiny town. So
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of time there too before I went to Dallas, back and forth. Yeah,
Yeah.
parents, all that. Long
Oh,
story, it's fine. But also, I did just have to like call out my shirt. It says the Desperado Club, so fun it hurts. If you are a nerd at all and you like lit RPGs, read Dungeon Crawler Carl or listen to it because the audio is so much better because Jeff Hayes is the best person I've ever heard of to read a book.
yeah. I'm
Seriously,
definitely.
just one book and you will like lose it. It's insane and it's so well done. It's one of those like lit RPGs that you actually want to follow.
That.
I mean, it's got a guy with no pants with a talking cat whose name is Princess Donut. So you can imagine the nonsense,
I'm sold.
right? Exactly. Like just one listen, 10 seconds, and you'll be like, yep, this is the one.
I mean, I'd be quite surprised if my wife hasn't already like read it or listened to it because she's the one who reads all the books and everything like that. And when we're in those long car drives,
Yes, yep, that's what me and my husband do too all the time. It's like, all right, we got to find our new series so we can listen to it. Yeah, 100%.
oh yeah. So kind of walk us how you met some, like Crystal Brockie and
Yeah.
Morgan and all them. How did all of you guys meet, and how is it that all three of you are like fantastic mermaids? Or he's a merman. You guys are
Yes,
mermaids.
yes, yes. It's actually a really crazy story with that. So, let's see. So I just moved to Ohio last year. Um, and I just got my first tails this last year. Because when you sell a house, you actually get like a premium of money, and I actually had enough money to buy a real tail and not like an Amazon tail. So I was ready to go all in. So there was a Mermagicon and a what was it called? Siren Symposium that were two mermaid meetups. So I went to Mermagicon, and after that, I took one of my girlfriends to Medieval Times, which is like one of my favorite places to go since I was a kid. And lo and behold, who is there as Lord Chancellor but Chris O'Brockie? And I
Yeah.
got to talking to him, and I was like, "Yeah, I just came from Mermagicon. Like, I'm a new mermaid." And he let me know like all of his background in mermanning and everything else. And I was talking to him about Siren Symposium and wasn't sure if I was going to go. And he was like, "Absolutely, you should be there." And so we actually got to meet up there again too while we were both doing photo shoots, which was awesome. And like since then, we him and I and one of our other friends, his name is Ian, we will call each other and watch horror movies together all on like Facebook. Like we'll all turn it on at the same time, but we'll all chat. Or we'll do drinking games, mermaid movies, horror movies. Like we have a great time. And so with Morgan, I went to Siren Symposium. I was doing my Patty certification class, which is how to be certified as a mermaid. It's a lot of work. It was about 3 hours long, but I was freezing. So they had like a little hot tub space. So I went in the hot tub space and there was Morgan. And it was just us in there. Like we didn't know each other. And this was in Maryland. So this wasn't even close by. And we just started chatting and decided to follow each other. She told me she was an actress. I told her I was a new mermaid. And we just clicked. And as soon as I got home, we figured out that we live 30 minutes away from each other. So she comes over all the time. We have photo shoots over here. Like she comes and just hangs out and we party and just have a good time. And like it's so crazy how I met them and now they're so close to me. So yeah, and Beth, I met her starting the Yule Monster. Um, because they've been at my house the last 4 weekends filming. And she's part of the cast, and I love her to death. She's so wonderful. But yeah, as you see, I have huge dogs, right? I did not know that she was allergic to dogs.
Oh,
Yeah, the first day of filming, it was rough and she didn't say anything because she's a trooper and she's amazing. But I'm like, ma'am, like if you have a problem, please tell me. Because like after that, I like did a full clean of everything and made sure I had like stuff upstairs to help disperse the hair. I'm like, there's things we can do. Like it's okay.
oh yeah.
I don't know if people are just not used to being on sets where people care, but I'm like, no, you don't have to suffer to be here. I promise. We're gonna make this happen. But it turned out to be really fine after that. It was like the most saddest like mama bear moment for me. Like, how did I not see this? I just wanted to help you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a little ridiculous, I know.
Well, I mean, hey, it shows you care, which is, I mean, a very good thing because there's people out there that don't.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah. So with everything you got going on, because I know you got a
Mhm.
family too. So I mean, like, are they ever with you on set or at your photo shoots, or how's that work?
My husband likes to be with me anytime that he can, but it's just us here in Ohio, and we have a 9-year-old son. His name is Jackson. He's autistic nonverbal, so it's a little bit difficult to take him places. He doesn't like being in places he doesn't recognize, but he's getting a lot better. So we do take him swimming with us every once in a while. He loves it for my photo shoots and things like that. My husband likes to go underwater with me and take photos and videos. It's hard to get him to get into anything with me. He's a guy, but whatever. I actually call him my war wife because he's from Canada. So
Okay.
I outsourced. So that's how I got mine.
I've never heard it called that before.
Hey, it's the perfect way to do it, I'm telling you. And he's
uh,
a big Warhammer nerd, so we've got Warhammer stuff all over the place. We 3D print, we make our own cosplays. We do everything. It's so much fun.
oh yeah. So I kind of want to take a moment and just recognize the work you've done, especially in the mermaid stuff, because I see it on your social medias. Not that I'm stalking you, because I'm not that guy.
No, please, hey, I'm there to show it off because I've worked so hard. Please look at it.
But there is a certain, and I'm not a model by any means, but there is a certain like classiness that you bring to every photo shoot, and it shows because you're having so much fun. You can just tell by the way, like you got some stellar looks though. Like, I mean, some looks look like you just want to kill somebody now.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like we can tell that you're having fun, and ultimately that's what you want to do is have fun, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say that you, Morgan, and even Chris O'Brien, all you guys have so much awesome, like you guys are awesome models. I'm gonna say
Thank you.
it.
We try.
And and I showed my wife. I was like, "Hey, Chris O'Braki's going to be on the show." So I didn't show her none of his horror stuff.
Yeah.
I showed all the merman stuff, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then I was like, Morgan's going to be on the show, but we've met Morgan in person at Motor City Nightmares. You
Yeah.
know, and then I told her that you were going to be on, and I showed her your pictures, and she's like, "Damn, you're branching out. You ain't even doing just like horror movies. You getting models." I was like, anybody's welcome on this show. I mean,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's always
Excuse me.
respect.
Hell yeah.
But she personally wanted me to tell you that she agrees with the fact that you look like you're enjoying yourself, and it's just awesome work that you do.
Oh, thank you. Love that. They gave us the craziest present at MerMagicCon when we went last month, though. There was underwater music. which is the most insane thing you could think of. You couldn't hear anything on top of the water, but as soon as your ears went in, it was clear, clear as day. It was nonsense. I thought I like actually went crazy. I'm like, well, I've been hearing all this music in my head. There it is. What's going on? But it was so cool. Like I was like, I don't even understand how this is happening. It was just a really cool thing, and I'm definitely gonna have to buy one eventually. I don't have a pool, but we'll
Hey,
work our way there.
well, yeah, you're not too far from the Great Lakes.
Truth, yes, and I've swam in them, and eventually I want to buy a tank so I can swim in it in my backyard and have all my friends come over and swim. So that's my what I'm working on
That
in
would
the
be
mermaid world.
that would be awesome.
Then we'll do an
uh,
OnlyFans so I can buy more tails. Not an OnlyFans, an OnlyFans.
that's awesome. Uh, so what? All right. So what does your future hold for you at this particular moment in time? After you do the Yule Monster and the next movie you're doing, what do you foresee in the future for you, and what would you like to have happen?
Well, I have a opportunity to potentially be in an Amazon Prime show, which I'm very excited about. Um, can't talk over too much of the information, but I think I might actually get it, which is really exciting. So that's cool to be able to move forward like that. And honestly, I just am enjoying myself so much being able to have these opportunities. Like anything that I'm presented, I'm like, let's go. I'm ready to do it. They told me I die well on camera, so that must mean something. I haven't seen it yet, but they said.
Well, I mean, definitely, I'm gonna have to watch it because just
Yeah.
if you die well, that means that you die hard. No pun
Yes.
intended.
No, for real. Like I was getting scratched up by all this stuff, just falling down. I'm like, I don't care. Pain is where it's at. Let's do it. That's what makes it believable. You gotta sell it. You gotta go all in.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm literally
that's
gonna be throwing myself on gravel for my scene coming up, so it's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be good.
yeah, it will hurt. We used to play when I was younger, we used to play pickup games of football on concrete. So
Yes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, bunch of childish boy stuff. Well, whatever.
I
Yeah,
get it. I mean, I did the childish boy stuff too, all the Red Rover games. And again, my big dogs can hurt me more than any person could. Like, they're all like 180 pounds, all three of them. They give me so many bruises, but I love them to death. They are the best. Big dogs are awesome.
oh, yeah.
Would recommend.
Yeah, we yeah, our Dotson passed last year, so we got a miniature pit bull and a
Aw.
hyper ass dog. I mean, he's
Yeah,
very hyper.
they're very hyper. That's why we were excited about the three we got. They're so low energy. Like my big one, he's just laying on the floor, just sleeping. Oh my gosh, and just something else funny. We also have chickens. When we moved here, chickens came with our house. So we were like, oh, well, we have to figure it out. Okay.
I
So we have egg-laying chickens and we have no front door, which is also very odd. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
wait, because we only saw it for a weekend before we had to go back up to Texas and was like, no, surely it had a front door, right? Surely it doesn't. So it's really funny to watch people like pull up and just walk across the lawn because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, that,
The
yeah.
little things in life that make you laugh, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, on a not to get too, like real life on a important note though, like since you got egg laying chickens, you ain't gotta go looking for them eggs.
No, gosh, I have so many. Please, if anybody needs them, just tell me. I'm just trying to give them away. My girls give me so many. I have 11 out there, and I'm raising 8 chicks right now, so I'm about to get a bunch more.
Dang. Nah.
Somebody take my eggs, please.
I'm definitely not gonna let my wife see this episode. No, just playing.
Can't watch this episode.
So being in the military and doing the modeling and being in the entertainment industry with movies and stuff like that, do certain people look at you as like a role model in different aspects, or do you present yourself as you can be a role model for anybody?
I'd really like to think so. I carry myself in a way that, I mean, before the military and everything I've been through, I didn't. So, even though I might be the smallest in the room, I'm always the one that everybody comes to for problem solving, for help, for anything. Um, I'm always the one that's the first to help out and be like, hey, I have this here, take it, let's make this work. So, I really would like to think that, yeah, um, I am a role model and I really try desperately to be. And
Uh,
especially in my nerd life. I don't know if you can see any of my nerd tattoos here. This is just my
oh,
gamer sleeve.
okay. I
And
well,
then
you
I've
put.
got,
Oh yeah,
yep,
dang.
then I've got book tattoos going all the way up my body from my ankle to my shoulder.
Yeah, my wife will definitely get along with you. She loves books.
Yeah, I mean, nerd is the way to be nowadays. It really is. My friends call me nerd chic, and I'm like, I like it. I'm down with the nerd chic.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a good thing. And
Yeah,
just like one of my bedrooms, I really like having guests, so all of my guest rooms are themed. This is the fairy room. So,
that's
like,
awesome.
just a little bit of look
Oh
here.
yeah. That's
And then I
awesome.
have a mermaid room, a Harry Potter room, a Game of Thrones room, and a secret room, which you have to get through by opening a what is it called? Library, books, bookshelf. You have to open a bookshelf to get to it. And we
Uh,
didn't know about it until we moved in. I was like, what is this? The whole secret room in my house.
that's awesome. Uh,
Right? I'm gonna make it a D&D room, I think.
yeah, I used to play D&D when I was younger.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone who knows me that's going to see this episode will be like, "You are a nerd," because I've seen all the Harry Potters, but that was a
Yeah.
trick. My wife tricked me. She goes, "Hey, wizards and warriors are going to fight each other." I'm like, "Okay, blood and gore, get there." And I'm like,
Yes. Slay. That is amazing. Good for her. Yes.
but
Love.
then see, I would choose her tricking me over for Harry Potter over Twilight any day.
Yes, please. Oh my God. Like we can all hate on Twilight. Let's be real. Like, ugh, it's rough. And they all know. Everybody knows it. It's rough. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
always nice for like when you're really drunk and want something stupid to watch. It's good.
that's very true. I've seen it happen a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And just to like say one more thing about how nerdy my husband and I are. So we didn't like our last name when we got married. He didn't like his, I didn't like mine. So we picked our own. That's why we are the Mormonts from Game of Thrones. And actually, Lord Mormont from Game of Thrones sent us a video after we got married, congratulating us on our name change and like saying like he's like the leader of our family now and all that stuff. It was the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah,
Uh, and we had a Game of Thrones wedding, like we called it the Red Wedding. It was so much fun. We had swords and all kinds of nonsense. Like everybody had the best time. But yeah, like we just you have to live what you love, and that's what we do.
oh yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we were strong. Well, I still am, but we were strong Game of Thrones fans
Yes, yes.
into that very last season.
Yeah, everybody is a little upset about it. I think we're just upset that it ended. I think that's the case. Because honestly, if we look at it, like it makes sense that all those things happened and they had to end it. They had to.
Yeah.
So it's 90% that we felt it was rushed and also 90% that we wanted more.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. It's just like it was good and it made sense, but I understand why people were upset. I get it.
Oh yeah. But
But it's really
to
good.
oh yeah. But I will say this about Game. I feel like I'm just talking to one of my close friends, but
That's what
about
I do.
oh yeah, about Game of Thrones though. I think the people, if no one has seen Game of Thrones, I don't care if we spoil it. It's been out long enough.
Right? It's been long enough. If you haven't seen it, just click click over.
I think all the characters who died served a purpose in their death. I think all the
Yeah,
right characters lived, except for maybe one or two.
I absolutely agree with that. 100%.
You know,
Ugh. Just some of them are so heart-wrenching. It's just like, oh, I know it needed to happen, but oh my gosh. Yeah. Speaking of that, if you have not watched Invincible, watch it.
the
It
animated
is
one,
so- Yes.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my gosh. If you get through the first episode, woo,
I'm
just text me after. That's all I ask.
gonna watch it this weekend.
Do it. You will watch all the seasons that are out right now. And it's still moving forward. It is so good. If you like that stuff, it's like The Boys, but in animated form.
Oh yeah, The Boys is an excellent show too.
Love The Boys. Yes.
Yeah,
I actually met what is his name? Giancarlo Esposito.
oh
The
yeah,
Yeah, he is, and of course he's as refined of a gentleman as you would expect him to be. Like he was even in a suit and all nice and sweet. I was dressed as Maeve. My husband was dressed as Butcher. It was a lot of fun.
oh yeah.
We like to do stuff like that.
Hey, I mean, we're right there with you. We met the guy and we met Starlight and then the main
Yeah.
guy, the blonde headed guy.
Oh, Annie and Homelander, but
Yeah,
yes, I
yeah,
love him. He's so funny.
yeah. What's
I love all
funny?
the stuff he does. I don't know
What's
how he can keep a straight face in any of those scenes. I don't understand.
actually I can give you a definite answer on that because I asked him. You know,
Really? What did he
yeah.
say?
I said I was like, bro, like you say and do some of the most outlandish stuff. How do you not break character? He says he thinks about all the sad times in his life. I'm like, that's pretty morbid, but okay.
Damn. I mean, like, okay, like it works.
You know,
You know what? That's good. That's good. You use what you have. Okay.
pretty much. But
Oh, that's amazing.
I also met Jensen Ackles.
Oh, I love Jensen Ackles. Oh, Jensen and Jared. Both of them are fabulous.
Yep,
I
they
haven't met
were.
them yet, but I feel like we'd be friends.
Oh yeah, awesome people.
Yes.
They were up here in Michigan at a con, and they were showing their car off too. And I was like, I just want to see the car.
Oh, my best friend actually owns that car, so we take pictures in it all the time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Her name's Allison. She's super fancy.
uh, so let's play a little game real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say three things, whatever's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
First one, obviously, is gonna be Game of Thrones.
Ooh, Tyrion.
I drink things and know stuff.
I I, I love Tyrion Lannister. I
Oh
drink and
yeah,
I know things.
yes. Uh, mermaids.
Mm, Siren.
And last word is gonna be family.
Love.
That's pretty cool.
I know that's ridiculous, but I've just moving from Dallas to Ohio has just been such a difference. We went from 0.04 acres to a 5 acre farmhouse.
Damn.
Like we have so much, right? Like, but it's the same amount of money we were paying in Dallas. That's
Shit.
the insane part of it. That's exactly. So we have so much more space out here. There's snow. Like it's not 112 degrees for 10 days in a row, which is awful. Nobody likes that. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I like being hot." No, you don't. Not like that. You can't even go outside. You
Oh
can't
yeah.
even breathe. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just Ohio has just been absolutely amazing. We love it here.
Oh
And we
yeah.
live right across the street from my son's school, which is super convenient. My dogs
Yeah.
are, yeah, my dogs are big enough they can pull a cart, so I like pull him to school with the dogs.
That's awesome.
And so they like that. And then other times I'll just watch through my window and be like, okay, is the line moving yet? And no, it's not moving yet. Okay, now it's moving. Now I can go.
Oh yeah. Uh no, I agree with you because me and my wife we went to Arizona to visit her family and we were only there
Yeah.
for a week and when we came back it was snowing. I was like, "Oh, I miss you so
Right.
much."
Thank God. Yeah, right. Oh, it's miserable. Nobody realizes how miserable 110 degrees is. Like, it's not fun.
Oh yeah. You know,
It's not sexy. It's not fun. It's not something you can be out in the water. No, you're dying if you're outside.
oh yeah. Uh so if there was people, anybody who's trying to get into modeling,
Mhm.
acting, just anything in general, what advice would you give them?
Network. That's honestly the best thing I can say to anybody because I never would have gotten into a movie had I not met Morgan. She absolutely helped pave the way to get my first role, and she's been helping me since. Um, Same thing with Chris O'Rocky. Like, just network, meet everybody you can, and be nice. Like, it's not hard to be a nice person and make friends, and that's how things move forward for you because that's honestly how it's happened for me. You just have to be nice to people. It's
Uh,
honestly that simple.
eh? uh, if you can go back and tell 10-year-old you something you know now that you didn't know then, what would that be?
Um, I would say hang in there because it was really rough growing up. So it's really nice to, again, be that girl growing up in a trailer to being the woman with a 5 acre house with chickens and dogs and being in movies. Like my 10-year-old self would never have believed me if I would told her this now. Never.
There's a saying that I kind of took from a bunch of different places. Doesn't matter where you are when you're young.
Yeah,
What matters is where you end up when you're done.
exactly. 100%.
And I want to say, just from the conversation we're having here, and for everybody out there that's going to watch this, this is our first time talking. I just want to say that you are a force to be reckoned with in every genre that you do, whether it be modeling, acting, military, just knowing who you are and getting the vibe of who you are. I have so much respect for what you've done, what you're going to do, and for who you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's not very often you can be your true self to people,
Mhm.
but the best part is you're always who you are, and to me that's the best thing that you can offer anybody.
100,000%. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, so I'm gonna give you the floor for a couple minutes. You can plug your socials if you want people to reach out to you or not. That's entirely up to you. What you got going on, where they can see your art, or just anything you want to plug.
Okay. First of all, you can find me on Facebook, Tess Mormont. Most likely see a picture of me as a mermaid. That's me. Instagram is at my Tess Talk. So instead of TED Talk, we're coming to my Tess Talk, because it just makes sense. Uh, and TikTok is siren_signet. That is my mermaid page. And my Tess Talk is my regular page. But my mermaid stuff on TikTok is a lot more fun. Um, the only couple other things I do want to say is like this whole thing has just been a crazy whirlwind of excitement these past couple of years. And it's been the coolest thing in my life that I never knew that I would experience and the people that I would meet and the things that I'd be doing. Like I I'm just telling because during the day, I'm just an accountant. I work from home as an accountant. So does my husband. So to go from that to being at night like a mermaid, a model, a DJ, a hip hop dancer, a actress, like it's so insane for even my mind to comprehend half of the time. Because yeah, during the day I'm just per my last email all day.
All
But
right.
You have to do the monotonous things to have the fun things.
Very true.
But again, with networking, like somebody else I need to call out is Lincoln Ward. He's in New York City. He helps make a lot of my outfits and stuff for my mermaid things. He's amazing. Anybody can hit him up. He does amazing work with anything. And he used to work for Playboy, and like he is a visionary in himself. Um, and he told me not to, but I'm going to anyway. My brother, Kyle Ruffner, is the biggest Batman nerd in the universe and the most wonderful cosplayer ever with that. So I just had to give him a little shout out.
Uh,
Other than that, like I'm just excited to keep moving forward. Again, I know that we're gonna be talking to Fright Tech about this new movie that Morgan and I may potentially star in, and really excited to get that in the works. The Amazon Prime show, if that goes through, I'm really, really thrilled. And also, I may be called up to be in a show on Fox. It's a game show, but I can't say more than that until they finish casting.
all
So
right.
I'm working.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna throw this out there because I want to be the first person. If anything, I might not be the first person. I gotta have you, Morgan, and Chris all on at the same time.
Yes, I can make it happen.
Yeah, that's did you watch the episode I had with Chris?
I did. Yeah.
He was so shocked that I knew everything he was in. I was like, bro, I'm a fan.
Like I actually look like I do my research.
Oh yeah. But awesome dude, you know.
Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
But
actually got to meet up with him at Mermagicon for one day. We all watched what was it? Splash together and had a drinking game on the first night of Mermagicon. So it
Splash
was
was a
fun.
good movie.
Yes, yes. I had never seen it before that night, so it was very good. I think there was like 12 people in our hotel room when we were doing it. It was a lot of fun though. We're the party people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, definitely want to have all three on at the same time. And you are more than welcome on this show anytime. You
Awesome.
know,
Thank you. I would
you're
love
welcome.
to be back anytime.
Oh yeah. Uh yeah. I don't know. It's I'm gonna let you close out the show.
All
I
right.
normally just close it out by saying stay NC-17. Close it out however you want.
Fair. Well, NC-17, that's the way to be. Love it. Can't wait to come back. And you are absolutely incredible, sir.
I appreciate you. Thank you. You're more incredible because you do a lot more incredible things than I do.
Thank you. Well, each person has their own things that they go through, but you're just as tough as I am, no matter what.
Appreciate that.
That's what's
All
up.
right. I want to thank I want to thank you, Tess, for coming on. Miss Mormont, Miss Lady Mormont. God,
Thank
that
you for having
sounds
me. Yes, Lady
I
Mormont. I even have the sword downstairs.
so next time you're on, you gotta be dressed up as Lady Mormont.
Okay, I will put my armor on. Got it.
Uh well, hey, your husband loves Game of Thrones too, right?
Yep,
Let's make it a family affair. Next time you're
love
on,
it.
if he wants on, he could be on.
Perfect. Mr. and Mrs. Mormont.
There you go. All right. Yeah, my wife is more like, you're a Lannister. I was like, why am I that? She goes, because you're just, yeah, you are. I'm
But
like,
he feels for him too, because he's an accountant and Lannisters always pay their debts. So that's how he felt about it too. So so on his side of the bed, he has the Lannister sword, and on my side of the bed, I have the Mormont sword, which is actually the Stark sword. So that's how we're going with that.
I last thing is I tell her all the time, like, I just don't want to be part of the Greyjoy.
Right.
That whole family just
Right.
got screwed.
God, that family is just messed up beyond all reckoning. There's no saving that family.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I want to thank you again for coming on. You've been awesome. And again,
Thank you.
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And keep being the true rock star that you are. And keep living that water life because you're an excellent mermaid.
Thank you. You have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. All
Bye.
right, everyone. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good night. NC-17 out. Okay, if I can hit stop.